Hi, everybody. Happy belated Earth Day. I'm here with Aurora Rose, whom I'm going to put on the ground because I've got a lot of up and down to go, and she wants to be on the move in here, grabbing up some kitty cat toys. We are in a different space today. You might recognize that I am in our community room. And if you're not familiar with our community rooms, we have our community rooms at both locations. These serve purposes during the week, usually as hosting our foster cats for the foster cat program that we participate in with a couple of local rescue organizations. So they hang out in these rooms, and we don't have a cat currently at Battleground. So I needed to use this room to have a little bit more room to spread out to talk to everybody today about considering your carbon paw print and how you can maybe make some concerted efforts to reduce the carbon paw print that your pet leaves on the planet. So we're going to go over what some of the products are in our store that can help you do that and talk to you about ways that we'll be happy to help you too. Hi, Brittany. Happy Friday. Before we get started, I'll tell you that we have just a couple of subscription boxes left for the month. I really think we only have like 2 or 3 dog and maybe 2 cat. And so if you are interested in getting a subscription box, please get one now before they're all gone. They will probably be all gone by next week. So be sure to participate. And of course, if you get a subscription this month, it guarantees that next month we'll have one reserved for you. And next month's boxes are going to be super fun. We're going to do a box reveal in a couple of weeks. One last side note is next week's Facebook Live is going to start at 11 o'clock on Friday, and we are going to be broadcasting from our animal shelter. I'm super excited about doing this, and we're going to have a 2-hour Facebook Live from the shelter on Adopt a Shelter Pet Day, and our Adopt a Shelter Pet Day that we will be celebrating on Friday, highlighting some of their longest long-timers and giving some special incentives to adopters who adopt those pets that are available for adoption. But then we're also going to be talking about some of the lovely things our animal shelter does for our community that you may not be aware of. And if you're like me and all of the furry residents at your house spaces are full and you can't adopt another, ways that you can help from home or help when you shop to support our local rescue and animal shelter so that you guys can give back. Because you may feel like you don't know what you can do if you can't adopt. There are plenty of ways you can still help. Hi, Marty. Welcome. I'm glad to see everybody joining on. So we're going to talk today about your carbon paw print. And you may not consider, we all do our part, or all try to do our part by recycling. It's pretty easy to throw a cardboard box in the recycling container and put it down at the end of your driveway or throw a plastic bottle in there. But maybe you don't consider about some of the other ways that you can be wasteful with your pets. I know sometimes I don't always consider that. And so we try to consider some of those things for you and give you some ways to be choosy about what you purchase for your pet and make them from companies that are practicing good practices for the environment, but also for your pet. So I have a collection of some things that we're going to go through. I have a dog side and a cat side, and we're going to kind of just go through them, and I'm going to talk about these products, but then just about some other things to consider in general. But behind me is the dog side, and I guess we're going to get started on that side. Diane, I'm glad to help shelter animals. Always, always, always. So I'm going to put Merida down here so she can kind of hang out too, and then we'll be able to move around a little bit easier. So you may have seen doggy diapers and waist bands for male dogs called belly bands. These are reusable. They do make disposable, and certainly they're easy. You can pull them off your pet, throw them in the trash can, and then they go to the landfill, just like a diaper for a human. And so these are ways that you can have the products that you need, but throw them in the washing machine and wash them and then reuse them. These come in packs so that you don't have to purchase 3 individual ones. You just purchase a pack. Sorry, Rory's on the cart. So if the screen starts moving, it's because Aurora Rose is doing it. But these both come in packs. And so while your pet's wearing one, you can be washing the others. It's a kind of handy dandy little thing. So as pets age, sometimes they have incontinence issues, or male dogs tend to, in new places, do what's called marking. And so these belly bands are great for marking dogs that maybe are going into new spaces. Pop a little belly band on there, and then that catches all the urine, and it doesn't get on your favorite sofa or your aunt's favorite sofa or your friend's favorite sofa. It goes right in the belly band, and then you can take it off and wash it. And you don't have to be worried about building up trash in the landfill. So along that same line, if you have a pet that relies upon pea pads when it's raining, young ladies, this is another great way to reduce what you are putting in the landfill. These are reusable pea pads. So you can put these down on the floor, they can be used, then thrown in the washing machine. I would recommend not using laundry softener because that keeps the absorbency rate from being really great with them, but just put these out on the floor when it's raining or chilly and your dachshunds, dogs, don't want to go outside to go potty. This is a great idea for putting down on your floor. And then when the sunshine comes out or it stops raining, you can throw this in the washing machine, fold it up, and leave it in maybe your laundry room for the next time that your dogs don't want to go outside to go potty. But again, keeping you from using a pea pad that you throw in the trash can and then goes on to be in the landfill. So these are some dog pads. Another really neat thing that we've had, is called a bark potty. And this again is a disposable pet potty. So maybe you live in an apartment and going down 3 sets of steps each time with a little puppy isn't really conducive to your schedule. You can get these bark potties and put them out on a terrace or a little patio. And it is, it's got mulch in it, like a cypress mulch, and it's multi-use. So you can just let them go out there. They go on the bark potty, and it should last for 30 days, and then you throw it away. And again, it's just made of a completely biodegradable product. It's like a mulchy substance, and then you get a new one. And this works really well, keeps you from having to go up and down the stairs. It's recyclable and natural. It lasts up to a month, and then you just replace it and get a new one. And the next one will be the same thing. So this bark potty is a great idea. We have them at both store locations. Now, Steve's Real Pet Food is a pet food we carry. You may see them in the freezer. They also make freeze-dried, but they are environmentally sustainable. They have environmental sustainability the way that they are made. Steve's Real Food is committed to leading the pet food industry by employing the highest quality manufacturing standards with minimal impact on the earth. They are locally sourced ingredients, so you're not having to truck in ingredients. They have green partnerships. Their plant is hydroelectric power, low emissions manufacturing, and sustainable packaging solutions. So the green partnerships, this has to do with the packaging, and the packaging is BPA free, so it is safe for your pet. But that's really cool. Our friends at Stella and Chewys, I didn't bring it in because it's frozen. I didn't want to risk it defrosting while I was doing this Facebook Live, but their frozen packaging is recyclable. And it is recyclable, however, in the city of Greensboro, they don't accept the kind of plastic that these bags are in their regular recycling that goes out at your driveway. And so one of our employees, Macy, who is, a lot of our employees are very environmentally conscious, and she has dedicated herself to creating a Stella and Chewys trash can recycling center, so that when you come into either of our locations, you can bring your bag back to us and we will take it and recycle it for you. And when I say we, I'm really talking about Macy. She has volunteered to do this, and it is important to her. She wants to see that these bags get recycled. So we're very excited about that. and really proud of Macy for stepping up and doing that. The other thing you may want to look for on the back of the bag, if it's not recyclable, it may have, let's see if I can get it, a TerraCycle symbol. This is the TerraCycle symbol. That TerraCycle symbol means it's not recyclable. However, it can be taken and made into another product. So what they will do is we collect these bags at our store. We have a collection bin, and our friends at Red Dog Farm come and get the bags from our store location, mail them off. Red Dog Farm gets a donation for sending them in, and this turns into a park bench, or maybe it turns into a trash can at a park, or maybe it turns into plastic bottles. It turns into lots of different things, but TerraCycle is basically like an upcycling project, and a lot of cool things are made from TerraCycle bags, even aprons and things like that. So several of our partners do have that TerraCycle logo on them. Again, looking for that S-type or 8 on the side type symbol, that's a TerraCycle symbol. The other thing about our friends at Open Farm is they are also environmentally conscious about their impact. They are more locally sourced, and they look for ingredient sourcing that are raised humanely. So another great company, Open Farm. Then our friends with Earthborn Holistic are also recyclable. They have a recycle symbol on there, number 7. The other thing about Earthborn is that if you cut out this UPC right here and bring it back into our container here, for every UPC that is redeemed, and we mail these in, they will plant a tree. So it's called UPCs for Trees, and that is just for Earthborn Holistic. It is not for their venture bags, it's just the Earthborn Holistic. They do UPCs for trees, and we do mail those in. We collect them and mail them in when we get a good stack of them going. So those are some things to consider with pet food packaging. Now, I bet you never thought of this. If you frequent our biscuit bar here at All Pets Considered, do they teach the codes for in school for upcoming generations? The recycle code, Smarty, you're not wrong. I do think the younger generations have a lead on us. But if you ever frequent our biscuit bar, we have assorted biscuit bars at both store locations. These are some of our biscuits that I filled up this bag. This is a bag that we have for you to fill with biscuits. Have you ever considered, if you come in and get these frequently, bring your own bag. Bring the same bag back. Bring a silicone bag. Bring a paper bag. You can bring your own bag and eliminate the plastic, especially if you bring a bag and then take it home and dump it in a bin. If that's what you're doing, reuse the bag. Bring a bag that you've already used and continue to use. And then you don't have to do this and throw away that extra bag. Such an easy thing to do, and a reduction of so many plastic bags. We have these here for you. We don't mind if you use them, but consider the carbon paw print of a bag each time you shop. It's a way you can reduce your carbon paw print. And if you want, we do have scales. What you can do is bring the container with you. If it's a stainless steel container, you can bring it with you. We can weigh that before you put the treats in it, weigh it after you put the treats in it, and then we know how many treats you've got. It's as simple as that. But very, very simple, easy way to reduce your carbon paw print in a way that maybe you're not considering every time you shop with us. And on that same thing, maybe you like to go on hikes on the weekend, or like to go places, you're a jet setter with your pup. This is a food and water dispenser for your pet. So one side has a flip top, and you can put kibble in there or treats. The other side is a water bottle for your pet. This is a water bowl for your pet that stays clipped to it. Here's the thing. Don't have to carry a plastic water bottle. Very simple. Just fill it up from your tap or from your refrigerator. Don't have to waste a Ziploc bag on that kibble or those treats that you want to take with you because it's right there in your container. Very easy to wash out when you get done. Just take the ring off. Take out the top and wash it out. The divider's in there, and then you can easily replace the lid, replace the ring, screw it back, and voila, you've got it all fixed. So that is the nice thing about these kind of travel ideas. Here is another water bottle and water bowl. The bottom snaps off to become a water bowl like this. I'm not going to snap it, but that, oh, Rory Rose. That becomes a water bowl for you to pour your water from this container into the bowl for your pet. If you're on a hike, if you're out for the day, if you're camping. So you don't have to take water bottles, plastic water bottles, because again, so much environmental impact. Even if you're recycling those water bottles, there's still so much environmental impact for those bottles to be made, those bottles to be recycled. That all takes energy, all takes money, and it all takes gas or oil to get there. So consider the impact of all of those things. Toys. Have you considered toys and the impact the dog toys you purchase for your pets have? This is a natural fiber toy. It has coconut fiber stuffing, leather exterior. So when your pet pulls this open, on the inside it's going to be a whole lot of coconut, shredded coconut fiber on the inside. And if the highlight to that is if your pet happens to eat it, it's not going to bind up in their intestines like sometimes polyfill can do. This leather, again, naturally biodegradable. It's a natural substance. So another great toy. This one's made of hemp. It's a hemp tugger. And this line, actually, Honest Pet Products, is made by disabled adults. So another really cool thing about this particular line. We have some more of these left. We'll get them again. But hemp is a natural fiber, and it's a very strong fiber, so it makes a great tug. The other thing I would ask you to consider is that even though this is a synthetic product, as far as synthetic coating and synthetic interior, it is made in the United States. And we are doing more and more to find USA-made toys, and they're becoming more and more popular, which is a nice thing. But the reduction in so much environmental impact, we're not having to import them from another country. We're not having to pay for all of that labor to get them across the ocean, all of that fuel to get them from wherever they're coming. They're made locally. These are made in Colorado. And they're actually the byproduct of another company. I'll read you the story. American Dog was inspired by our amazing dog, Gracie. For over 10 years, Gracie's been hanging out in our factory where we make products for a number of businesses who insist upon being made in the USA. Motivated by Gracie's passion for play, we began to make her toys to play with. An American Dog was born. So this is made from the byproducts of some of the other things that they make in that factory. So that is where these American Dog toys came from. Here's another one that has crinkle. These are really cool toys. They're pretty durable. They don't look as durable as they actually are. They're kind of that Kevlar material, maybe fire hosey. But they have some great designs and some really good dog toys. Here's some great rope toys. We have our friends at Knots of Fun, and we love them. They're great. And this is one of their knots. It's been braided fleece, and it's a nice little tug that has been knotted. They also have this one that is a nice circular knot. It's a little bit tighter. And they are handmade dog toys for happy dogs. And so those are really cool. We also have some here that are a little bit firmer. So if you have a dog, these are a little softer. So if you have a gentler dog, those are great. These are a lot more firm and tied a lot more tightly and braided a lot more tightly. But these are called Chelsea's toys. And again, they're made in the USA and they're eco-friendly because they're biodegradable. They're made from fleece. Great products. Let's put those back over here. And our friends at Westpaw. If you've ever been shopping with us for dog toys and you wanted something really durable and with a guarantee, we always say Westpaw. Westpaw has a guarantee, so if you bring us back in the chewed up toy, we will replace it one time with a replacement toy. We'll take the pieces, we send them back to Westpaw, and Westpaw will recycle them and make them into new toys. So it's kind of a cool little thing. And again, USA made, great company. We love Westpaw, and they have lots of fun, different shapes and designs. This one, they have a Frisbee, they have a glow-in-the-dark Frisbee. They have a lot of fun stuff. This little fun thing is a dew loop. And we have been selling a lot of dew loops. It looks like the most nifty of contraptions. It's so simple, and the idea behind it is so simple too. It's $8.99, but it's made from recycled plastic, and their packaging's even made from recycled packaging. It's just a cardboard, but it is also biodegradable, and it is non-toxic. And what you do, let's see if we can get up real close. That little chain right here, you attach that to your leash, and you're on your little walk with pet. They go potty, and you need to pick it up with a poop bag. One of the things that sucks the most is having to carry that poop around the park. And now with the dew loop, you don't have to do that. You just slide the little knot through here and let it hang on your leash until you find a trash can, and then you can throw away the poop. So that's what the dew loop does. Yeah, oh gosh, Lisa, there's so much. I mean, I'm giving you guys a smattering. There is actually tons of product in the store that is environmentally friendly. Let's talk about litter. That's one of the biggest ways that pets make an impact on the planet. And maybe you've never considered this before. A lot of people don't know this about clay litter. So clay litter is from the earth. And I always had this mindset that if it was from the earth, then it had to be biodegradable. It doesn't seem right that if we get it from the earth, that it's not biodegradable. But here's what happens. To make clay litter, they strip mine the earth to get the clay. That clay is not sustainable. Like, there's going to be a place where we just kind of run out of it because it's not a sustainable method. They get it, they package it with a bunch of scent and a bunch of probiotics and prebiotics and fun little things that they put on it to make it not smell when your cat goes potty in it. Then you scoop it and you put it in a plastic bag and you put it in a trash can. And then that plastic bag with that clay that was strip mined from the earth goes to the landfill, and it takes up room in the landfill, and it does not biodegrade. The strip mining is already done, and that method is not sustainable. So what we suggest in place is a sustainable litter. So this is one of our best selling. It's called Sustainably Yours, and this one's multi-cat. But these are made from non-clay sources. We have lots of different litters. Just because I'm holding up this one doesn't mean it's the only one. We have Smart Cat. We have Reruva wood litter. We have Fresh News made from newspapers. We have Smart Cat, which is made from a grass, the Scanthus grass, which is really cool. And Sustainably Yours, though, is very popular, and a lot of our cat-owning employees use Sustainably Yours. But they also support the rainforest. So I'm going to read you a little bit about this statement that they make. Besides bringing you and your cat a natural 100% sustainable litter, we're doing our part to protect the planet by donating a portion of every purchase to help support the Rainforest Trust. This organization acquires acreage in threatened rainforests worldwide to protect and sustain natural habitats, Over 18 million acres have been rescued since 1988, which I think is a pretty cool deal. We definitely need to protect the planet upon which we live. But this is from cassava, which is an edible tropical plant. It's grown everywhere, but it is a sustainable plant, very easy to replant. And we find this to be very good at odor control because that's important. It's very important. But it's also biodegradable. We do recommend putting it in a biodegradable bag and not putting it in your regular trash bag in your kitchen or wherever you would be throwing it out. Put it in a biodegradable bag so that when it goes out with your trash and goes to the landfill, it has a chance to biodegrade. We do have biodegradable litter bags. You can come in and check those out. That is a great way to not be contributing to the landfill trash. And when I talk about, oh goodness, I'm throwing things over. When I talk about poop bags and litter bags, look for compostable. This is compostable by Earth Rated. Then these are biodegradable. And you may wonder, what's the difference between compostable and biodegradable? There are differences in the product that they are. And so some compostable have to be a cornstarch base in order to biodegrade nicely in the compost. And some of the biodegradable are actually a plastic. They just biodegrade faster than typical plastic bags. So know what you're buying. Most of the poop bags we sell are biodegradable on some level. Some biodegrade faster than others, and there are different levels. But Green Line is very earth friendly. They are landfill biodegradable. Our bags biodegrade anywhere, even in landfills. They attract microbes that chow down on the bag, leaving nothing in their path. That means you can scoop poop with a clear conscience. They said they've tested their poop bags, and the results are it takes 28 months, up to 28 months to break down in an anaerobic environment. So they've done the testing, and they have very clear terms on their packaging. So again, another thing for you to consider, you can even consider the poop bag holder that you're carrying these poop bags in. We have many that are made from recycled plastic. So that's another great way to continue the recycling and continue the environmental impact. Cat toys will be my last thing, and then we're going to talk about using reusable bags. Because cats, I didn't forget ya. We have a company called Karma Cat. These are made from wool, so they're a natural substance. They're really good for the planet. They're sustainable production, and they're made from wool. And they only use wool, water, and soap when they're making these toys. So really cool manufacturing process for kitty cats. And we have these companies. This is a natural cat toy. And how fun does that look? Made from completely natural sourcing. A fun little cat toy. Here's another one with feathers. And it has a silver vine ball on it. So a great opportunity for you to purchase something natural for your pet. This is one that looks like a giant Q-tip. Has silver vine on both ends, and then it's a silver vine stick in between. So a great chew toy for your cat, but also a great entertainment value. And it's all natural, completely biodegrades. So some great ways that you can reduce your carbon paw print for your pet. And last, but definitely not least, we have posted about these bags. They were made by our friends at Stitch FX here locally, talking about local. And our friends from Origin and Nakana helped us get these made. Great little reusable bag. They're a good size. So I would say, let me give you some perspective. They can fit a lot. They're nice and heavy. And they have a little pouch on the front that's kind of cool too. So if you're bringing your own little bag for treats, you can keep it in there. So every time you come back, you have that little bag to use to get more treats. And We are giving these away while supplies last, one per customer, all weekend. So come in and get yours. I have them, I'm giving them away at both stores. Come in and get yours, request one if you haven't gotten one. And when you use it, we will give you 5 cents off your overall invoice per bag that you use. So if you bring in 5 different bags and you use them all, you fill them all up, we'll give you 5 cents off each bag. That will help save us. We do have shopping bags and we're fine to use them. We do use BioRift shopping bags and they are biodegradable as well. That is something we just switched to this year. Again, they're a little bit more expensive, but for us, it's important that we are lessening the overall environmental impact. So we really want to help you. Bring in your bag. And then we don't have to use our bags, even though they're biodegradable, they're still plastic and we would still like to not have to use them, especially if you have a bunch of these in your trunk, like I do. And bring in your bag and we'll give you 5 cents off and reward you. The other thing you can do is go to a place, and I will pop the link in the comments after this is over, but to a place called the Pet Sustainability Coalition. If you want to read about some of the pet companies that are out there, the pet food manufacturers and the pet product manufacturers, they have joined this Pet Sustainability Coalition and are partnering together to have less impact on the planet and be creative about their manufacturing, make it more sustainable and be more resourceful so that they are making less of an environmental impact as they make the pet products that your pets need and love. So, anybody have any questions that I can answer? Brenna, yes, I think Marley does need a bark potty. We can change out all the bath mats for bark potties. That might be a little extreme. However, you can change out all the bath mats to these reusable potty pads, and then it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone, or 2 pea puddles with 1 mat. I hope you guys have had an awesome Friday. We're looking forward to next Friday with our Adopt a Shelter Pet Day. And I really want you guys to help us share. It's an event on our Facebook page. If you can help us share and spread the word, the more people we reach, obviously the more animals we're able to help. And that's always our mission here at All Pets Considered, is helping. Because if we're not helping each other, we're doing it wrong. And so we need your help spreading the word. Again, it's all about protecting our environment, protecting each other, and helping each other. Marty, you're sweet. Says thank you. You make us better people. You know what, Marty? Y'all all make us better people. And we really appreciate everybody supporting us. And I really appreciate everybody joining me today. And come in, get your bags. We are starting to run out of them because people are definitely requesting them. But come in and get your bag if you haven't already. And we look forward to you using them in the future. We would love to be to a place where we don't have to use plastic bags anymore, or only have them for very minimal use. There's so many ways that you can be creative to avoid using plastic. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Sorry it's going to rain tomorrow, but it looks like a pretty Sunday. And next week we've got 80-degree weather, which is fabulous. So enjoy your weekends, and we will see you next week.